guys, gals, fans, and pals. John Megacycle here. Another run of Blaster Master. Had a couple of hiccups, couple of lessons learned. I'm not really too sure how to explain it. I'm not going to call it a failure. I will call it a learning opportunity. The last few episodes I've been trying to release out of this have been humorous at best, or at worst. I don't know. Either way, giving it another run. Gonna use Death Warps, and... oh god, that was touchy. Whatever exploits, cheats, whatever I have at my disposal, any quick moves, quick wins, time savings. Oh, I knew that was gonna hit me. I don't know why. That one dude never usually gets me, but I knew that one time that was gonna be victory for him. Freaking jerk water. Anyway. Yep, feeling a little more on lock. This is good. Oh, this is real good. Yep. This is a good run. I really tried, when I was working with speedrunning, like, trying to really, like, get into it, like, legit. I was also working with, like, what do you call it? Like, a time splitter? A time tracker? I don't know what to call it. But I had one of those applications, and the thing is, I was using it, and I was doing the time stops, like, okay, start. Boom, boss 1 down. Boom, boss 2 down. Boom, boss 3 down. Like, I was trying to do that sort of a thing, and the problem is I always kept forgetting to hit the button. So the thing is, it just became more of a mental taxation than it was worth. So I know it's not good for speedrunning or whatever, but I just go for overall time and just call it a day. If I can get the game started and defeat Mother Brain within 3 minutes, or the Brain Lord, or whatever it's called, that's a good run. That's a good start. Again, I'm using a rapid fire controller as well. My hands are still completely janked from, I think last episode I mentioned, like, you ever have that sensation where you hit, like, the back of your hand on something? Like, not punch something, but it's like, you just whack it against a drawer or something, and then it's like, well, now it's tingly and numb forever and ever, amen. It's kind of like that, but I didn't hit anything. So it's just like the mashing I'm not good with right now. But I'm giving myself that little bit of a luxury. Add another 30 or 40 seconds onto my time, call it a day, whatever. I want that, because boop. I'll take that, thank you. Quick kill, no problem. We're gonna go with the same plan that we went with last episode. Not too sure if you saw it, but we can go over that again, no problem. We're going to Death Warp on World 3 to save a bunch of time. We are going to cheat and skip World 4 darn near in its entirety. Oh, hold on. Nico, cat, you have claws, and putting those on my skin does not feel good. My cat Nico trying to get up on my lap so he can play with me, but I'm trying to actually concentrate, and furry cuteness does not help a speedrun. I'll take that. Marathon safety, right? What was I saying? Okay. We're going to completely skip... We're going to Death Warp on World 3. We're going to skip World 4. We're going to go to World 5 as Jason. And we're going to beat the Fabulous Crabulous. Yeah, if anything, I kept that last run just for the glitch on the Fabulous Crabulous. I don't know what his name is, but Fabulous Crabulous is a nickname for the dude in Blaster Master 0, so I kind of took that as this as well, because I like it. Anyway, we're going to have to... Okay, good chat. We're going to have to kill ourselves on World 5 to get Sophia back. So that's already a death on 3, a death on 5. When we go back through 4, we're going to have to death on 4. So that's 3 continues. And that doesn't allow me any courtesy continue. Well, it allows me, what, 1 courtesy continue we found out? The last run I did, I accidentally hot dogged it on World 7 and burnt a continue, so when I got to 8, I didn't have a courtesy continue to literally continue. That's okay. That's just something that's going to come better with time, with more practice and more training and that kind of a thing. But having continues as a resource and death as its own resource is actually a really funny piece of philosophy in terms of gaming or whatever. When I was playing this stuff as a kid, like, I never thought dying in certain areas would be appropriate or helpful even. But yeah, now as an adult, and there's all this, you know, you think about it and you experiment and you try things and you're like, you know what, when I die, or when I do this thing, this other thing happens. Having that kind of a conversation, that's what really changes the paradigm, right? Yeah, you can tell I'm in a good mood. I just will not shut up. Dang it. Let's see if I can pop the eye, and it didn't work. Those... Well, there's gun, which I don't need. Those goblin mages, whatever you want to call them, they have the ability to drop hover. But again, since I'm going to die well before I'm going to need the hover to cheat out of a level, there's really no point in me collecting any of it. For the lulz, I guess, is why I'm collecting it. For the lulz. That sounds like something someone says right before they take a shot of a liquor they don't know. For the lulz. Okay, hear that? Hear how it got just a little deeper? That's when we know he's dead. Take it out of the oven. That is done. Cool. We're about 7 minutes in complete record time. That's a good spot for me. First 2 worlds done in 7 minutes. Yeah. Feels good. Feels real good. Alright, on to world 3. A little bit of a trek to get to where we want to go. Not a huge deal. Come on. Pop. There we go. I'll take that. Since World 3 is literally a lag fest that would rival Lollapalooza, that's why I'm kind of bunkering up a little bit more power. Again, I'm not relying on these power upgrades, or power boosts or whatever. If you speedrun, you're really training yourself to not anticipate random stuff. If it's static, like this creature always drops this item, that's a different conversation piece entirely, but it's the whole, there's a 10% chance they'll drop this, and if it alters the run a bunch, you just really can't rely on it. But anyway, World 3! Yep, no marbles out of him. Too much lag. Liggity, liggity, liggity lag. Later, losers. Nope, okay. I missed that by a fraction, and I regret everything. And you don't drop, and that's perfect, and you don't drop. That is the ideal way to handle that room. Walk through the whole thing and not have to deal with a single baddie in my way. That worked out great. It all despawned or whatever, and none of it was of any consequence. Perfect. Love it. Alright, multi-missiles, this is why I wanted them. They're a single hit kill for the marble poppers, and it saves a ton of time, and even just lag-wise. No problem. Yep. Couldn't shoot your missiles. Oh, I thought I was ahead of the curve. Oh, I did. Ooh, 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 that was close. Alright, you're gonna drop. And you're gonna drop. And you're not gonna drop? Nope, you're gonna drop. You're not gonna drop. Okay, it's hard to tell. You two will drop, and you won't. Nope, but you will. Close. I was close. Now, a lot of this stuff is fairly repeatable if you've got the patience. Again, it's keeping track of how many assets, sprites are loaded, whatever. I know I keep going over this, but it's a really important thing to keep track of when you're speedrunning to determine, like, well, how many baddies should I expect in the next room or whatever. And if it's like, if there's a way to reduce that number, even by a small margin, you can save some time. And that's what it's all about. Those stupid grape shot turrets. Whatever those things are, just freaking lag engines. Insert fuel, receive lag. That's how that all works. Alright, so again, I'm planning on the seppuku through this whole thing. And this room is awful. I'm just trying to barrel through this as much as possible. We could save ourselves a continue. We would lose some time if we were to exit the stage normally. Normally? Whatever. Anyway. It does take a little bit of extra time to do so, though. Considering that part right there requires hover, and there's another spot that requires hover. So if we have not been successfully accumulating a little bit of hover at this point, it's just gonna make this all the more touchy. And dang it, that's the second time I came to this area and got to that point with no POW. I love that. Jason entering a room backwards. Alright, so let's see if we can keep this guy on lock this time. The last two times, I can remember very clearly, well, 2 times ago was an absolute mess. But the last episode we gave this a go, I think we had a little bit better control. And now I know for sure... Okay, that's a lot of stupid lag. Thanks. I've got a much better idea on how he'll deploy out. So I just gotta really keep that in mind. Bum, 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 bum. Just looking for a POW. Looking for enough POW to get me through. This battle is one of those that are definitely touchy enough that I do want to become prepared. I do want to have the resources I need. And perfect, thank you. Nope. Okay. No! Yep, that's the problem. Jason dies faster than the enemy. So that's where that becomes problematic. That's a double KO situation you just witnessed. Yeah, I don't know the pattern. Oh, that worked. Okay. Huh. That wasn't great, but that attempt was better than the others. Yeah, that boss in particular just gets so squirrely. It's very difficult to micromanage that boss. It really is. Alright, continue. First one, boink. Oh, how long has that mouse been there? Gosh, I really hope that mouse hasn't been there the entire time. Well, can't be helped. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, done. We are now on our way to World 4, which we've got to go all the way to World 1 to get to. This is where we're going to have to do that little bit of hover farming that we've done in prior attempts. Hover is just one of those resources that are just crazy good. Like, the first 2 upgrades of Blaster Master are 2 weapon upgrades for Sophia. Makes perfect sense, that's cool, a little extra damage. It's a very easy way to access other areas. Just, this block cannot be broken unless weapon. Yeah, fine, perfect, whatever. The third one, though, hover is the first upgrade that actually allows you more mobility, and those are the upgrades that I really appreciate. I mean, more firepower. I mean, daka daka, am I right? But still, a little bit more mobility is... Okay, you're a jerk. Knocked off my whole rhythm! Yeah. Hover's awesome. You ever have like a thought like, I couldn't imagine this without this? Like, I couldn't imagine, I don't know, ice cream without hazelnuts or something. I don't know, whatever. Oh crap, I just wasted it. Hover is absolutely one of those things for me. Like, I could not imagine Blaster Master without hover. I don't know if that's dumb or what, but it's just so good. Okay, we have 1.5. I didn't burn through the whole stack, but we have about 1.5. So here we go. Your people need you, please leave. Your people need you, please leave. Your people need you, please leave. Alright, we're gonna deal with the Sign Devils. Shouldn't be that much farming. I'm hoping we can get this pretty quick. Okay, with a crap ton of damage to boot, thanks. Appreciative. That's what I wanted, perfect. Okay, I want definitely one more. Perfect, so we have 4.5. The math calculator, from what I understand for variable calculation and how much you have, is only represented by these 8 squares, the power and the hover, even though it does become more granular than that. So even though it only says I have 4, I technically have 4.5 because I know how much I've been spending. No problem. Plenty. Plenty to spare, plenty to go. Yep. Perfect. Okay, Area 4. So, let's just call that we've beaten Area 4, considering I'm just gonna blast through it anyway. There are some easier exploits for this to actually beat the boss legitimately. It involves a lot of the whole taking damage and floating on water kind of a thing to get to where we want to go, but it's definitely doable without the mandatory route of the hover. There we go, done. Easy. Hello. And that freaks out, and then it works. So, let's give this another go, shall we? I'm gonna kill all you jerks, because you jerks are jerks. Ow. I think the chance of them dropping power is higher than the average. These little fish jerks. Don't confirm me, or don't quote me on that. But still to point. Alright. Nope. Did not work. Nope. Oh, there we go. 1. Aha! Nope. Come on, dang it. Come on. Nope. Ah, come on. So another thing that I don't know is I don't know if the screen transition screws with it. Because I'm failing a good portion of the time here. I don't know if doing... Nope. I'll get the hang of the whole thing eventually, but it just takes some doing. I'm still super duper stoked I got Crabulous on my first try of actually doing it this go round. Or last go around anyway. That alone was worth keeping that video for me, even though it was a failure. Got to World 8, pretty happy with it. Trying the exploits and all that nonsense, pretty happy. Come on, you. Jason, quit being a flake. Okay, is 1 enough? Let's see if 1 is enough. No, 1 is not enough. Okay. 2 was enough, though. I don't know why I got the number 3 in my head. For successful attempts required. Come on, dude. I'm gonna burn all the time I just saved skipping World 4, dicking around with this thing. Oh, that's not true. World 4 takes a while. Okay, cool. Is that enough? Why is this still a thing? I don't understand. This should just let me through. Alright. Reset. Give it another go. I wonder if it has to be 3 consecutive times. Maybe that's the one thing I'm oversighting right now. Is it literally has to be hit, 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 and I cannot screw up at all. It should literally be letting me through right there, right? Based on how it looks. Whatever. It's cool. Nope. Okay, so 3 times we found out that it allows me to at least get through and pause my way through so I don't have to screw with it anymore. So, let's just do 2 more successful runs, if I can. If possible at this point. Come on. Jason! Jason, pay attention! Damn it! Damn it, Jason! You're not paying attention! There we go. 2. And 1 more time for luck, or whatever. Nope, bad. I'd like to defeat Fabulous Crabulous by the 30-minute mark. If that's a possibility, that would set the tone for the rest of the game. I think that would be perfect. Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it all right. I don't know if you can hear my controller, but the amount of hammering I'm doing to get this thing to work is there, friggin' awesome. Okay, does that let me through? Great, I don't care. Perfect. Now for the actual hard part of the game. This isn't the hard part. Actually, Fabulous Crab. Whoa, what? It's been so long since I've seen that enemy spawn there. I knew it was possible, but it's just been a very long time since I've seen that enemy spawn there. It really threw me off guard. Look at all the bullets they can shoot. That's BS. That is capital B, capital S. Ow. Nope. I had to go down. Oh cool, looks like it despawned those jerks. Kind of. Okay, a little bit of farming. There's enough lag here. Awesome, that paid off. Yeah, again, that is a dude that can spawn there. The frequency at which he spawns there is very uncommon because of how often I've played this darn game and how little I've seen him. That's okay. Definitely not complaining, just... It's like a four-leaf clover, but for bad guys? Hard to explain. See, there was the audio cue for another one of them. They didn't even spawn. Cool. I will want full hit points for this, for sure. Fabulous Crabulous... You suck. The Fabulous Crabulous is definitely doable without a sophisticated gun, but the process takes for bloody ever. Grenades are also doable, but it's super duper dangerous. In a very bullet hell style, which is what Crabulous is. Your regular bullets can actually block his bubbles, which are his bullets. So you just gotta be super duper careful with how it all pans out and how it plays. The regular gun is definitely the better of the two weapons, at least for this battle. So that's why I'm hoping when I kill these little turret majigs, they drop some kind of gun, which would be great. Okay, we're still good. Nothing, dang. Nothing, dang. Okay. I gotta just think of the timing. Okay. I know how I'm gonna do it. Nope. Too early. Two for two? Holy shit! 2 for 2! Yeah! Awesome. Yep. Absolutely awesome. I can't believe I got it twice. And it's not... Oh, there it is. Cool. Done deal. And we have to kill ourselves because Sophia. So as long as I play World 7 appropriately and not try to hot dog it, we should be fine. There's a lot of time saves on that one area that I was trying to do a little bit of work on, but it's just not worth it. I want to save a spare continue for World 8. In the event I do completely screw up, and I will screw up. Cool. And continue. No problem. And now dive. Perfection. I said I wanted to be done with the Fabulous Crabulous at the 30 mark, and it's 29 right now. I'm gonna call that pretty darn good. Perfect. World 6. And I'm really looking forward to homing missiles, which is what I'll get later in this stage, and you've seen before in prior runs. I don't always get them, but because I'm doing the death abuse and such, and I'm losing all of my specialty weapons, I'd like to have something. And if my something is homing missiles, awesome. The 3 weapons, sub-weapons I guess you call them in this game, are lightning, homing missiles, and triple missiles. lightning is, I mean, you've seen homing in multi-missile or triple missile or whatever from me plenty of times. Lightning is something that shoots from the bottom of Sophia, and that sounds cool, like a lightning blast or something, but the thing is, it's so random as to how it orientates itself and how it deals damage that it's very not worth it for that reason. So I never mess with lightning. Lightning is the visually coolest of all the sub-weapons, for sure, but again, the reality of the matter is it's so not worth that it's not worth. Yeah. Get that loaded up in the muzzle. Okay, so now we're gonna fix one of the errors that we had last time, which was not make a leap of faith. All this goes away. Yeah, jump is totally doable. I just could have sworn there was another platform below it, but there wasn't. So, bam, just like that, saved a minute and a half maybe? I don't know how long it took to get back up there. But I'm sure it wasn't free, so... I guess if there's any one thing of this game that I really need to train on, it's the spike room in World 8 that is the real boss of the game. That would be the one real area that I need self-improvement on. If I could really just knuckle down on anything, that would be it. Okay, that was supposed to be a one-hit maneuver, not two, but that's okay. I do have to be more careful. I'm not planning any more suicides until we go back through World 4. Oh, actually, which will be very, very soon, actually. Because we're on World 6 now. 6 does not link to anything else. Can I get that block? There we go, cool. 6 does not link to anything else. So it'll literally be, we beat 6, we go back to 5, 5 to 4, death abuse, 4 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 7. I think I got that all done. Okay, you know what? There. Freaking leg. I don't care about my health, it's the leg that's killing me. I'm not gonna jump for that. Oh, I guess I am. Oh, this ice crap is nonsense. It's killing me. Whoa. That was a nice pickup. Just literally set the whole thing in balance right there. And the old little dingy-da-doo switcheroo. What does it matter with these doors? There we go. Okay. 4 damage there. 2 damage there. I know I relearned the little spike trap, which is going to be, I believe, in the next room. Nope. Another room or two later, I think. Health? Anywhere? Health? No? Okay. Yep, it's this room. So it's something like this, and then down. Perfect. Yep, no problem. Good time savings even from the last mission at this point. Again, if I was really keeping, like, specific timetables and time tracking, I would see how long it took us to get to here based on that last run, and I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna take that hit, but that's okay. Oh, he went zombie. So, the octave changed. I gave it another few seconds, but the octave changed, and now the problem is he's going to be fighting for a couple of seconds after. This is a unique thing only to this boss, and pay attention to the music. The music might change as well. Yeah, he's still active, and he's still dying. Nope, he should have died. Yeah. There! There he died! He went full zombie and whatever. This boss specifically is crazy, crazy laggy. Yep, see, now I'm taking damage because the same rules apply to me. Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna let you sit for a minute. Octave changed. It dropped slightly. Cool. That's what's supposed to happen. What happened last time is he went full zombie and just kept going for a little bit, and he invoked a double KO situation. Now, the thing that's even more annoying about that is when they go zombie, it's not something it's like, oh, just live for another 4 seconds and you win. Like, it's not, it wasn't like that. Like, I had to deal 1 more point of damage, and I don't know if it's because of integer overflow or just something that it's like, yeah, the game thinks he has negative hit points, and according to this game, negative hit points means he's invincible, and because he's invincible, you have to deal 1 more point of damage. Integer overflow is basically like if you ever play an old-timey pinball machine, and the score only has like 5 digits, right? Like 99,999 is it. If you go to 100,000, what happens? The thing resets you back to 0, right? That's essentially what integer overflow is that the thing is counting up so darn high that there's nowhere else for it to go. There's no 100,000. It just stops and it just says, well, no, I'm going to put you to the next number, which is obviously 0, which is not correct from a counting perspective. But I think that is a little more prevalent with like RPGs. I believe I saw Poexel and a few other people do a little bit of abuse on that. Is in RPGs like Chrono Trigger and such. Also, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. You basically heal the end boss. And when you heal them to, let's say, 99, you know, the example I gave, 99,999, if you heal them, their hit points technically reset down to 0, and then you just hit them with a stick and they die. Like it's hella interesting. But I'm not smart enough to know how that works. I just know that it works. Or I know it's a thing, I just don't know how to more eloquently phrase it or whatever. Alright, oh, I do want hover. And that one's not going to spawn. Hi, go away. Again, since I'm not considering... Oh, wait. No, I just have wall 1, screw it. I'm not trying to hot dog World 7, so I might be able to keep my hover for World 8. Those bomb jerks, those things hurt ridiculously bad, and they're very damage effective. And they are laggy like crazy. Come on, 1 more hover. Hover, bro. I totally shot his shot. Which isn't a bad thing per se, but it's annoying. Great, perfect. I like a little extra hover. Ah, with the bombs and the ouchies. Okay, we're going to World 2. World 2 leads us to World 7. There, screwed up your darn door. It doesn't matter because it gets auto-replaced every single time it goes up or down. Okay, we are coming around the 40-minute mark, which is feeling pretty good. Feeling really good about this time. Again, my grand scheme time I'm aiming for is an hour. I would like an hour completion all the way through. That's what I would feel really comfortable with. Especially considering seeing a lot of speedrunners doing a lot of what I'm doing here, like a lot of the exploits and death warps and stuff. I think the time I saw was like 38. It was like a pretty solid darn time. So I would, if I could get, oh crap. If I could get close to that, am I out of, yes I am, because I continued. If I could get, okay, you know what? There. That's how we solve problems. If I could get pretty... He's floating. He was floating. He's still floating. I keep interrupting myself. If I get pretty darn close to an hour, and I'm not pro or anything, I would be very happy with that. Like that. You can totally get there without hover. I just always hover it, or I guess I used to always hover it, just as a safety precaution. Okay. And the most jam-kickinest music ever. If I had a favorite music, World 5 would be my favorite. Crap. Okay, we're fine. That's why I like hover. That prevented a death right there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, World 5 is probably my favorite music. It's calm, it's relaxing. This one is also very cool. High energy is great, but yeah, World 5 is probably my favorite. I'm gonna get that. I don't want the lightning, I just want the power. Oh. Whoops. Is there power over here? Nope. Okay. Thought I'd ask. Thought I'd check. This level is fairly lengthy for Sophia, so I want to make sure if there's any advantages I can give myself, I get some advantages. Moving at a pretty darn good clip here, though. Wow, that worked out very well. Okay, very good. Okay, much improved since the last time I was in that room. Jeez. Okay, this is the part where I think I died or something, so having the extra hover helps. Very good. Okay. We gained quite a bit of power from that last bit, and I don't plan on suiciding again. So now I'm going to take way more care, way more precaution on how much life I'm using, spending, burning. You know, what is worthwhile in trying to cheat some time. You know, if there's ever a question where it's, I'm not sure if this is going to pay out in terms of time, then I'm not going to try to burn through the health. But the health is the more important resource right now. Oh, I almost made it. Alright, so we're not going to cheese our way through this, even though there's plenty opportunity for cheese. I'm going to go grab the gun and health because that was a lucky shot. And shut up. I'm going to go get the gun and the health because that's just going to help. Just go ahead and pop a lock you guys. Hello? Gosh. really wish these circle bullets or whatever the hell's happening with this was a little tighter to make it a little more manageable. It shoots out fairly wide and that makes it a little tough. That's okay. Ow. Oh, missed me. Yep, you guys are fast. That's okay. Again, I don't need the gun. I need health. I don't need the gun. This boss is very grenade susceptible, weak, whatever. The benefit is this one can't go zombie. Only World 6 have I ever seen a boss that's clearly dead just go ape crap zombie on me. Alright, this one's completely free. Yep. Always free. That works out great. Waiting for that octave change, unless it already did. Good enough. 15 seconds I find is more than generous. If you want to be sure, that does the trick. We're at about 45 minutes total recording time. Not bad. Got all my stuff. We're gonna go all the way to World 3, which will get... What? Oh! Okay, heck, if I knew this would... Look at that drunk idiot over there. You still there? Yeah, you are. It's just like our drunk bat friend in Final Fantasy, yeah? Okay, so we're in 7. We're gonna go to 2, and then 2 to 3, and then 3 to 8. That's gonna get us exactly where we were before, and now I've got some hover, which I'm going to use very liberally. Yeah. Just lazy my way up. There we go. And same deal here. Should be able to top off our power. Yep, just like that. Perfect. Nice. And yep. Now, the one room that we ended the game on last session, that is, like, I keep joking, like, that's the final boss. It is awful. It is a spike room filled with spikes, and it's awful. And the thing is, like I was saying before, in other streams or recordings or whatever, is this is one of the things that when you get this upgrade, this mobility upgrade called Wall 2, that's where this becomes incredibly painful. Because it really restricts what you're able to do from that that mobility perspective. And when you lose that, you've got to, I don't know, like you play this game up until this point in a certain manner, and you get used to the movement controls, and the movement controls change the very second you get Wall 2, and it's just like, oh my god, this is awful. Anyway, like I said before, I get where the developers are coming from. I get it's a nice upgrade, it's cool, but holy crap, it is awful. Okay, see? Just like that. So we'll have to jump significantly earlier than what we're used to, and that's kind of how you get around it, but it still takes a ton of practice to get done and done right. I'm still not good at it, at all. I'll admit, straight up, not super great at it, but I'm willing to give it a go. We are better off than where we were at this point, our last run. I believe we were at 50-something minutes at this point or whatever, and we're just hitting 50-minute mark right about now. We've got a whole nother continue. We spent a lot less time screwing around in World 7 and in World 6? Yeah. So this is good. You know what? Right. Right. Boop. Perfect. Holy crap, that worked out well. I held my breath. I didn't want to jinx it. I'm like, is this gonna... Oh my god, it did. Yes! A little extra hover? I'll totally take that. Now this part... okay, we're so good. Those sine demons, I keep calling them sine demons because they fly in a sine wave and they're jerks. They can come in and knock me down at any point in this, and if you do get knocked down before you get that first bit, you gotta start all over, and that's awful. Yep. World 8 we are, with the most foreboding music I've ever heard. A little extra hover, I'll take. Okay, hopefully we can make some serious progress. I wish I knew how many lives I have, because I don't recall, but that's okay. We'll give it our best. If we continue, we'll lose our hover anyway, so I'm just going to use what I've got, and we're going to see where we can get. I am going to take that, thank you. Now, if you don't have hover at this point, you're not screwed. There are a couple of little mini rooms just for Jason, and you can get some good pickups. You can even get some gun, I think. But the thing is, I don't want to waste time. There we go. Whew. That's not even the tough part. Okay, that saves a ton of time just falling right there. Okay, this is the real end boss right here. Yep, jump way earlier than you think you need to. Do I have... Here's a good example of lightning bolt. How it doesn't hit what you want it to hit ever. And I just want to get through this room. Oh snap. That's the real end boss right there. Now if I die, I'll just resume not in that room. Look at all these landmines. This lag. They light up and they lag. They beep and they lag. When they drop their stupid bombs or whatever they lag. They're lag factories. It should be pretty safe if I just... Nope! Nope, give me that! Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I want to go home! No, get the power! Ah. Okay, cool. Did it on a fresh continue. We're fine. This is fine. We got 2 lives left. Okay, do you remember when I said this is fine? This doesn't feel fine. I don't remember this room in particular being this crappy, but I'm pretty sure this bottom part is safe. Okay. I used to think, like, if you held the ceiling or the floor... Okay, I need just a second. Okay. Got a message, thought it was work, it was not work, but I still need to reply to it. Anyway, very good. So we're going to do a little exploit here. I'm happy to share off. This end boss has 2 waves. I'm doing this really poorly. This end boss has 2 waves. What you can do is in between each of those waves, you can actually leave and get full health if you need. What I am going to do is I'm going to do a very similar strat to what we've done before in terms of the pause buffering. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually pause it. And let me explain it before I just hammer off and do it, because the second phase is going to happen after this. I'm with all the pause buffering, instead of just pausing, letting all the damage just happen, here I'm actually getting in some extra hits by manually pausing. Makes this boss a lot easier. Am I hitting him? There we go. Done. And now I'm gonna leave. So check this out. In between each phase, the room returns to normal. The audio dies, but the room returns to normal, and when it returns to normal, I can actually leave. And because I can actually leave, I can do this. Cool. Thanks, Sophia. Now I hop into Sophia, I get my full health because of whatever reasons. And that's done. So now I've got full health and I'm ready for the final battle. So that works out really, really nice. This guy is a lot less of a science. Come on. There we go. Should be good. Nope. Nope. Dang it. The idea is when the whip comes over, I want to make for very sure that... Yep, okay, we're right into it. Come on. There we go. Now you can tell when he's getting to different stages of damage because his shield will become banged up and then he'll lose his shield. This battle is always very, very tight. There we have it. Whew! What does that put me at? 57 real time? I like it. That's not bad. That's... I literally cut 50 minutes out of the whole thing. That worked out great. Oh, sorry. Just catching my breath a little bit. So not bad. Yeah, worked out pretty well. I'm very happy with the net result for sure. Aside from that, yeah, I've really got nothing else to say. So thank you very much for joining me in another speedrun-ish sort of an event. Wanted to give this a go, an honest try with some of the exploits and stuff. And aside from that, that kind of wraps this up real nice. Yeah, got that done in a little under an hour, and an hour was what I was aiming for. So, thanks a bunch. Appreciate it. My name's John Megacycle, and I hope to catch you next time.